Howdy. I wanted to speak today about about the machine. What people are going through in relation to this machine is largely unseen by the majority. What we go through on a day-to-day basis, every day, every minute of every day, we are faced with judgment over what we think, what we say, and what we do. Every moment of every day, we are getting feedback from a machine. I'm going to call it the machine. You just can call it whatever you want. I call it the machine. Why? Because it's a machine. You can call the machine the people doing it if you think it's people that are sitting there every minute of every day judging your every single move, that they never miss a single thing. You can think that if you like. I'm calling it what it is: an automated weapon system designed designed to, well, first, it's a massive violation of our privacy. Our very brain processes are being monitored, and the machine is reacting to them. So when you have happiness, it knows. When you have sadness, it knows. When you have anger, it knows. When you have jealousy, it knows. When you are disappointed, it knows. When you're excited, it knows. And it's one thing to be monitored and have all that captured, but it's a whole nother thing when you have a machine that is an AI that has been given the directive to break you down every opportunity it gets. What we're talking about is the breakdown of your entire person, of your social circumstances, of your emotion, of your physical, of your mental capabilities, of your spiritual. It's designed to break us down. Now, what kind of animal would do such a thing to someone? To put them in such a mind prison? What kind of sick people would do such a thing? And as we all know, the hardest bit of this is not what it does. It's the way that all those people around us can't see it. And so the easiest thing for them, because they completely can't understand it, whether they're mind controlled or otherwise, they can't see it. All they see is a person in pain, and they think that there must be something wrong up here. Now, it doesn't matter what evidence I bring. I've recorded the voices that are playing constantly in the background, and funnily enough, they're not just at us. I can record this anywhere, everywhere. And whether or not people can hear them consciously, they're playing, and they're all negative. Everything that says is negative. Everything it says is designed to break you down and break us down. This isn't about targets and stuff anymore. This is about humanity versus a small clique of very powerful, very wealthy, very disgusting, spiritually wicked people in high places. That's what we're talking about. How many people are in on it? Well, it seems like a lot, but when you've got mind control over people, which they do, whether that's through brainwashing, their little institutions, their little journals for the medicine, or journals for the psychology, or whether it's through education of the populace for the kids, whether that's through brainwashing on the news, or whether that's through voices that are constantly playing into people's heads that they can't consciously hear, but they are affecting them because their subconscious hears them. It doesn't matter. The effect is the same. This is proven. I can prove it. You can record anyone, send me a recording, 2 minutes in silence, and I'll have you hear. I might not be able to make exactly what they're saying out, but I'll clean that up. And so I intend. So it's another thing that I've got in the works, and I intend to do very soon. I will create an application that'll allow us to clean up these voices to a point where maybe you won't be able to hear them, but you'll at least be able to make up there is something there. And so the idea is that we can just record any 2 minutes of silence. And in there, the machine, the application will find what sounds like voices in there. And they are voices, and the ones I've decoded, they're all along the same bent. They're either perversion or they're designed to break you down, you know. So anyway, I didn't want to get hung up on the voices. The voices are inconsequential. The voices are a tool. Let's go through what happened. You've got a lot of wealthy, powerful people who have absolutely everything. They can buy whatever they want. They can buy and sell your ass. But they don't want to buy anymore. They want you. Or they want you dead. They either want you under control or they want you dead. Now, they can't just go and kill a whole host of people who are problematic because they know the ones that are problematic. They ask the AI. They've got surveillance in everyone's heads, and then they can go, who is going to be a problem to me? I don't like this person. Let's get rid of them. Now, they can't just kill us all. There must be at least 20% of the population that they're not fond of the idea of them actually being able to see what they're doing. And so, how do you deal with that? I'll tell you one way. You can get rid of a good amount of them by finding their hospital medical records, integrating it in with the military automated systems, and then asking the question of the AI, hey, who's a risk to us? And who of them has got a history of mental illness or drug use or PTSD or depression? Okay, cool. All those who are depressed, I want you to play into their heads 24/7 to kill yourself and to tell them that it's not worth living anymore. The suicide figures are being fixed. There's a policy that they say that it has to be conclusive, 100% conclusive, that a person has killed themselves. If there is any doubt, they don't get marked down as a suicide. What we're seeing on the books is fixing the figures. Oh, Gatesy, he recommended a book. It was called How to Lie with Statistics. This is going back during the pandemic. That was him telling you that they're lying with statistics. Okay, so that was just one example. What about the ones who speak out too much? Huh? And maybe they've had a few drugs or something. Maybe they like to have a little spliff every now and then. Well, all of a sudden they're coming down with schizophrenia at the age of 42. That's not schizophrenia. You don't just go through life for 40 years, then all of a sudden start hearing voices as clear as day in your head every single moment of every day. Anyone who thinks that is actually a bit themselves. But guess what? They put it on the tally. So, has anyone seen Breaking Bad? What do they paint these people as? On your stupid media, your little stupid box that is designed to make you stupid. It's designed to play with your head. It's designed to plant ideas, concepts into your brain that you think are your own. Guess what? You've just taken the bait. It's the same with your news. It's the same with all of your little programs that everyone watches. The more popular they are, the more insidious the messages are planted in them. This is a game for them. It's a cognitive game. This is a game. It's a game for them. It's a game. They laugh at what we're going through. What I am facing, what all of my friends, my brethren, my targeted brethren are going through. It is insidious and disgusting how many people have killed themselves because of these machines that they've put on us, not to play, deliberately to take you out. All those complicit in this, and yes, it's not, the governments didn't start, the governments I don't think started it. The ones that started it are the rich fucks, the ones with too much money, the ones with all the technology, the ones that sit on their yachts, snort big lines of cocaine and come up with dream up ideas of how to take over the populace. Why? Because they're empty inside. All they think about is money, money, money. They are hollow shells of people. They have no soul. They have no hearts. They have no compassion. They are broken. And I often wonder what happened to them as a child for them to be so despicable. Anyway, what more can I say? This is where we're at. So this is who we face. And now our soft puppet muppets in Parliament. Maybe they know what's happening, maybe they don't. But as far as I'm concerned, they have failed us. I can't sleep in my bed at night because I'm getting poked in the genitals, in the butthole. I'm getting vibrations through my head, I'm getting burns, physical burns on my frickin' body. How many others? Countless others. And we're told that we're delusional. I'm sorry, but a delusion can't cause a physical burn on your body. I've got evidence. I've got nano and micro. I've got microtech that is built out of nano. And don't give me that shit excuse for, oh, you can't see nano. What a load of shit. It builds into stuff that is big enough. And I can show you that. I just took some water, put it into a glass, covered it up, left it there overnight, and what do you know? Microstrands overnight from nothing. This is what's building in our bodies. This is how they address us. This is how they attack us. They've put it in everything, and it's been for years. And all the research on how to do it is out there in public journals, scientific journals. But we're crazy. Woo! Crazy. Isn't it funny how all the people with half a brain turned out crazy? There was a prophecy out of Egyptian mythology. Funny, they follow it, hey. And it actually said these scum follow a lot of it. These secret societies and that. Oh, look, some of them are good people. Look, what we've got here is spiritually wicked, void people void of soul. The prophecy of Thoth said that there will come a time where those people who are crazy and psychopathic will be honored as gods and seen as gods, and those who are truth tellers and honest and not deceivers, they'll be seen as crazy. The crazy will be seen as sane, and the sane will be seen as crazy. This is the time that we live in. All right. We have to remember the beautiful things in life as well as what we're going through. We need to stand up, but we need to be in a state to do it. And we need to do it calmly, and we need to do it assertively. Big breaths. Keep yourself clean, keep yourself healthy, keep yourself protected. Get out of the rays if you can. You know, the further away from the foul, the better. I know it's all up in the satellites and shit now. and they follow you wherever they need to. So, but yeah, it's despicable how much money has gone into this, and to think they sit there and say, oh, the world can't support us and we need to get rid of the population. Imagine if all that money was put into actually solving problems instead of creating them, fixing our social fabric instead of tearing it apart, spreading truth instead of lies, sharing knowledge instead of hoarding it. They have the technology to make the blind see, the deaf hear, and the lame walk, and this is how they use it. They shall burn for what they've done. All right, out.